So you guys are thinking about getting a swimming pool and you're not sure if you want to go shallow or diving. In this video, I'm going to point out all the pros and cons to both shallow and diving. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm with Hallmark Pool Supplies. And when I was a little boy, a swimming pool wasn't a swimming pool unless it had a diving board. In fact, today, it's quite the opposite. The average backyard pool, shape and size, is a 16 by 32 rectangle. And let's talk about shallow. The 16 by 32 has approximately 512 square feet and typically goes from 3.5 down to 5 or 6 foot. What are the advantages of having a shallow pool? Well, the shallower pool is warmer, it's easier to keep clean, there's less chemicals because there's less water, and if somebody's in distress, it's much easier to jump in and assist that person in water that we can actually stand up in. And let's take volleyball. That is a very popular sport or game that people play in a pool, and you can set up a net and you can play volleyball. And so there's a lot of advantages to the shallow pool, but the disadvantage is we cannot dive head first. Some of you guys are thinking, hey, I can dive and I'm just going to dive outward. Well, that's not good practice, especially if you're in a pool and there's a lot of little kids and they see you diving. They don't know that you're diving outward. They go up here and they dive straight down. Next thing we know, someone gets hurt. And it is very important that we look at safety. It's also important that we do not leave children unattended or unsupervised in a swimming pool, even if it is a shallow pool. Because here again, we want people to have fun, but we want to be safe. So let's talk about diving. When we look at diving, the minimum pool that we can build and put a diving board on it and meet code and be safe is a 16 by 32. And if we look at this diagram, we only have about 8 feet of play. Now, that's roughly 128 square feet out of a pool that's 512 square feet, which means 3/4 of this pool is water over our own head. This point here is called the hopper. This is the transition from shallow to diving. And once we pass this point, like I said, you're going to be treading water because this is all over the average person's head. Now, the disadvantages for diving is that the diving pools are going to be much colder because they are much deeper. And the average depth on a diving pool is going to be at least 8 foot or more. And it's also harder to keep clean. We're also using more chemicals in a diving pool. In this situation, dealing with a 16 by 32, we're going to be about 3,000 gallons difference in water. So we're obviously treating for more water. There's going to be more chemicals, and that increases about 20% more in chemicals versus the shallow pool. If someone is in distress, it's also much harder to jump into a pool where water is over our own head and assist that person. And remember that game of volleyball we talked about? Well, if we put a net here, we can play volleyball. If you do that here, everybody on this side is going to be treading water because they can't even hit the ball because they're in water that's over their own head. So let me give you a scenario with 10 people in this pool. If we put 10 people in this pool, right off the bat, we're going to have 7 people down here in the play area, and you're going to have 3 people up here at the diving board. Now, let's just say we have the 3 people at the diving board and 2 people dive. What are they going to do? They're going to surface, and once they surface, they're definitely not going to stay out there in the diving area and do this because that's treading water and it is very tiring. They're actually going to swim over here and stand up. And then the third person is going to dive, and that person might dive a couple more times, and then eventually that person will end up down here in the shallow end as well. So what I have found over the years is when you have a pool like this, we have more activity in the shallow end, and the diving area is kind of dead space, and the people that are usually out in the diving area are on a float or on a raft because people don't want to tread water. And so this is why we see more pools being built in the shallow recreational, play pool, family fun, and safety concept. So what I'd like to talk to you guys about is some of the trends and some of the issues as a company over the last 55 years that we have seen with shallow pools and diving pools. But before we do so, I would like to let you know if you have any questions and you need help, check out my Patreon page where I can actually work with you one-on-one. You can book phone sessions with me, and I will be glad to help with those difficult pool-related questions that you may have. Over the years, our company has seen a trend in backyard swimming pools going more to the shallow concept. Now, we do vinyl liner pools And in the last 55 years, we've had a lot of requests from customers to fill in their diving pool, remove the diving board, and make the diving pool a shallow pool. And in fact, commercial and public pools are also moving to this concept strictly for the liability and the insurance. And in the 55 years that we've been building pools, we've never had a customer request that we take their shallow pool and dig it out deeper and make it a diving pool. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion based off of what I've seen in the industry over the last several decades. And I hope that this video has been helpful in helping you decide which pool is best for you and your family, be it shallow or diving. And at this time, I'd like to thank all my subscribers and my patrons for your support. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button for future content. Remember us at Hallmark Pool Supplies for all your pool needs. My name is Mark, and I'll see you guys on the next video.